Hey there, welcome to Financial Wellness University. If this is your first time being here, please consider subscribing and hit that bell so you'll be notified. And also consider giving me a like so that the channel will be seen by more people. Hey, this is where we learn financial principles and practices that enhance your life. And today we're going to be looking at the system that I've developed that I teach from called the 7 phases of financial wellness. And it's basically a system that breaks finances down to its very basic elements and enforces the fact that every single person, no matter what level you are financially, should be doing these things. And of course, the better you're at these things, the more you do them in increasing measure, the more financial wellness you will experience. So stay with me, and thank you for visiting Financial Wellness University. Well, today, as I said, we're going to be doing an overview of the 7 phases of financial wellness. It's a system I developed over last decade, or actually 3 decades of learning and making mistakes. And I put together this system to help someone who wants to do better at finance. Maybe you don't even have any finances or very little finance, or maybe you have a lot of finances, but you're not maximizing them to the degree that you will enjoy them forever. Both people can benefit from what this system teaches. So let's get with it. There are 7 distinct phases that, if you begin to implement in your life, you will see these things change your finances, and you will experience financial wellness. Now, what are those? Well, number 1, phase 1, if you will, is earn. Earning is the core basis of any financial system, because the more you earn, the more potential you have to grow it, the more potential you have to save it, the more potential you have to use it beneficially. So now, should everybody have a high income? Not necessarily, but everybody should aim to maximize the income that they do have to live a lifestyle that they are happy with, and to be able to afford the necessities, at least, of life. And everyone, and I teach in this system, everyone should have several streams of income. That means your income should not be based on one specific source. So if you have a job, whatever that is, or even if you own a business, that business should not be your only stream of income. Now, if it is very high, the alternative to not having another stream of income is living off so much less than what's coming in. Say, for instance, you are let's just say you're a doctor, and you make $400,000 a year. Well, I'm not suggesting you go out and get another job right away or do that, but another stream of income could be that you teach. Another stream of income could be that you have a private practice. Another stream of income can be that you write articles. Or, like I said, if it's high enough like that, then discipline yourself not to live off of 400,000. Try to live off of 200,000. I mean, that's not difficult. If the average American is only making between 50 and 60, certainly living off of 200 shouldn't put a strain on your life. Imagine what your life could be if you could save $100,000 a year. You would be worth $20 million at retirement, $30 million. Imagine what your life could be like then, because that retirement amount could easily, 20 million, at 5%, if you just lived off of 5%, that's 1 million a year. That is crazy. So maybe you can get to the point where your investment can kick off amount of a percentage that equals what you're making now, or what you want to make, what you want to live off. Now you can live off of that income. But if you live off of everything you make, if you spend everything you make, what's going to happen when you can't work? What's going to happen when, God forbid, you get fired? How you going to... That's why a second stream of income gives you added security, and it allows you to grow your wealth without being impeded by your daily or your weekly or your monthly expenses. So we have to get above our expenses if we're going to grow wealth. And one of the best ways to do that is to have a second stream of income, or allow the high income we have to be used well below that, so that we'll always have something else. And that second stream of income could easily be created by investing, where you have an investment income, maybe get dividends, maybe, or just reinvest the dividends. But that's something else where it's growing, and that's a great way to start. So earn is the first level. Now we talk a lot about each level, as you can look at other videos, and I go specific into some, but earn is the first. Give is the second one. We have to be people who give. It sounds counterproductive, but when you give, you get. When you keep, you lose. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, but when you give, life gets richer. When you keep, you are consumed by your greed and your selfishness, but there's always someone who can benefit from what you can give. And there might be a time when you need someone to give. So the tables can easily be turned. So don't start giving when you are super rich. Give when you have a little. So giving is the second one. The third phase, if you will, is track. You have to have a management system that knows what's coming in and what's going out. Without that, you fall prey to running out of money by the end of the month. You fall prey to bouncing checks. You fall prey to spending money uncontrollably. Now you put yourself in a hole. If with a budget, you have a system of tracking it, and you have more control, so that you can spend money actually more free than you would, because you know you can do it without any regret or without hurting something else. So track, and the main tool for tracking is a budget. Now, part of tracking I talk about also is having your papers organized, being organized, having your important papers in a location where that somebody close to you knows about. Like so many people pass away and nobody knows that they even have an insurance policy, more or less where it is. So somebody should know that, and that's part of tracking. But that gets into our fourth, which is protect. That insurance policy is one of the ways we protect our wealth, because there's always going to be some person, some entity that wants a portion of what we've had, and when we run into issues that outweigh our income, outweigh our savings, those insurances that we have are going to fill in the gaps. So you need to have insurance to protect yourself. You need to be covered with estate planning and things of that nature. And then we get into saving, which is phase 5. Saving, putting away money, putting away a little bit every time you get paid, so that when problems come, not if problems come, but when problems come, when unexpected expenses come, you have something to pay for it without going into debt, without being in very dire circumstances. And then after you've put away a significant amount for your emergency fund, the money that you was putting away for emergency fund can go to a more aggressive growth type of account, like a brokerage account, where you can take advantage of the stock market and get double-digit interest. That's where your money begins to really accelerate, and your wealth accelerates as a result. So you have to save effectively. You can't experience wealth without saving. And spend, of course, spend is near the end, because if you spend first, you'll never save. If you spend first, you'll never give. So spend is rightly placed near the end of the phases, because I want to emphasize the fact that spending should be one of the last things you do with the money that comes into you. And spend it in a way that is wise and frugal. And frugal basically means, in my estimation, frugal is considering the cost in a way that allows me to buy things, to expend money in a way that hopefully each purchase has more of a power and meaning. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, frugal says, why buy something for $50 when I can try to get the same thing for $30? The same thing. You'd be surprised how many people just spend the first thing that they see. You don't do research, you don't do comparison shopping, you just buy the first thing. That's not wise spending. That's unwise spending, and that's what keeps people broke. Or spending money on things that decrease in value, like buying a brand new car on credit when the price of it goes down drastically as soon as you drive off of the showroom floor. That's not frugal. That's unwise spending. And the way you spend will determine how fast your money lasts or how fast it goes. And lastly is enjoy. You have to do some things that put a smile on your face, but not put a smile on your face temporarily, but make you cry afterwards, because now you get the bill of what you enjoy. But set aside money in your budget so that when you enjoy something, you build a memory that's not hampered by regret. So those are the 7 phases in a nutshell. As I said, if you look at other videos, you will see more detail put on each phase. But do me a favor and hit that like button so that more people will see this video, and that I hope that you subscribe also so that you will get a full education. Because one video is good, but when you combine all the videos together, it creates a full education that begins to transform your finances. And speaking of full education, if you look at the link below, there's a link to mastermind.com where you can purchase the full seminar. Now, that is a straight out, all of them put together in one format, and there's a 30-day money back guarantee, so you can't lose. This is something that's going to make your life better. I mean, we spend money on concert tickets, and we spend money on hair products or sneakers or what have you, and we spend it and it's gone. Why not spend your money on something that's going to improve your finances and give you more money, give you greater savings, show you how to weather the storm, the financial storm, and actually experience wealth? That's what this channel is dedicated to: Financial Wellness University, and the system, the 7 phases of financial wellness. Click the click the link below for the full video, and it's worth every penny. But like I said, if you believe that you didn't get your money's worth, you have 30 days to get a money back guarantee. So you can't lose, but you have a lot to gain if you take advantage of it. So thanks for watching the video, and I hope that your finances improve. God bless.